And it's the countdown to the Citrus Bowl as Alabama Crimson Tide gets ready to face off against the Louisville Cardinals during college football's opening weekend in 2018. And the Way 31 crew is there live. We begin with Way 31 anchor Naja Sherman, who arrived in Orlando this afternoon and spoke with some loyal fans on both sides.
Good afternoon, Demetria. You are exactly right. Alabama and Louisville fans have already started to descend on Orlando, and fans on both sides that I talked to today are feeling very confident about their teams. They really feel like their teams are going to deliver. Defending champs Alabama have played 3 previous times, with the most recent match in 1991. One fan I met with told me that even though Alabama is favored to win this, she believes in Louisville. However, one devoted husband told me the only option in his household is to root for Alabama.
Number one reason is my wife. Where she goes, I go, so that's it.
So between the two of you, she's the hardcore fan.
I married into the tickets, so now I follow them just like she does.
I have faith in them. Look at Lamar. Lamar has gone a long way. We've got a good coach. We've got good people at the University of Louisville. And they're doing the best that they can with the kids that we have to work with. And they've got great faith and great talent, and that's all that counts.
Alabama is going for back-to-back national titles, the 6th championship since 2009. Way 31 Sports anchor Mary Lee Melendez has been hard at work with me here in Orlando all day. And we've been talking a lot about Louisville and Atlanta and Alabama fans, but I hear there are some UCF fans kind of hanging around, and they're a little bitter.
A little bitter, that's right, Naja. You know, the NCAA kind of validated UCF by saying that they're the co-national champions with the Alabama Crimson Tide. They released these new record books, and it says that in there. And there's actually a lawyer here, and UCF fan in Orlando, that announced on Twitter that he is going to be flying a banner over the game on Saturday. It's going to be some pretty unhappy Alabama fans if they look up. The attorney says the sign will say UCF co-national champs, 13-0, Chad Barr Law, and it will be flying over the stadium for 3 hours and will end 1 hour prior to kickoff. This news came out since Nick Saban's final press conference before Saturday, so no reaction from the 7-time national champion coach yet, but pretty sure he will not be looking up in the sky during pregame warm-ups. You know, Naja, he is very focused on this game against Louisville, and they have a lot of returning starters. And so coming up in sports, I'm going to be diving into this matchup and really how much of a role Alabama's defense is going to be playing.
And of course, the big question too is who is going to be the starting quarterback for Alabama? That's the big question. Everyone
wait to see.
Yes, waited with bated breath, but we're not the only place where there's a lot of action going on in terms of all things Alabama.
There you have sports director Lyndon Blake. She's in Atlanta right now covering the Auburn Tigers in Washington as they prepare for the Chick-fil-A kickoff. Lyndon.
Guys, I cannot get over the co-national champions. Man, UCF, they are acting wild down there. But here on the Auburn side, they're pretty much used to these out-of-conference matchups. They played Clemson the past couple of years, but this matchup against Washington is a little extra special because it's the first time the two schools have met up. Quarterback Jarrett Stidham says that the defense for the Washington Huskies will be a very tough task for the Auburn Tigers. He's been studying the film for them for nearly a year, but he says he's confident that they can take on the Huskies because the Auburn chemistry is the best it's been since he's been there. Jarrett will go on to say that his receivers are going to be a big part of the game on Saturday. Darius Slayton and other players are going to really have to get in and go up against those Washington Husky DBs if they want to get in the end zone. So it's going to be an exciting matchup between 2 top 10 teams. What more could you ask for, guys? I'll send it back down to you in Orlando.
Awesome. Can't wait, Lyndon.
So much fun going on. So much Alabama. It's an exciting time to be a part of such a great state, isn't it?
It really is.
Well, now let's toss it back to Demetria in the studio. From Orlando, Naja Sherman, Way 31 News, along with Mary Lee Melendez.